What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome back into the Quick Pitch MLB DFS podcast and live stream. Recording here for Wednesday's 9-game main slate starting at 7:05 over on DraftKings. James, man, how we doing?
Doing good. Excited to get in our wheelhouse here, John. 9 games. It doesn't look like we should have many weather issues either. We don't have Coors Field on Wednesday's slate. So everything's good. A lot of top pitchers, some mid-tiers. I like this slate. Again, first look podcast, but the actual first look, I like seeing DeGrom and Cole at the top of the ledger there.
Let's get into that. Let's not waste any time here. Jacob DeGrom is 11,500. He's at home. He's going up against the Dodgers, though, right? Yep. So let me ask you here, how much does that worry you when it comes to facing the lineup that he's up against? The good lineups that he's faced so far, Atlanta, tagged him for 5 total runs over, the 12 innings there. Gave up an earned run against Colorado, not that great. Shut out Philadelphia. We know they strike out a lot. He's an elite as they come. But from top to bottom, this is going to be the best team that he's faced so far.
Yeah, but this is also conversely probably the best pitcher the Dodgers are going to face all year. Look, maybe it depresses his ownership a bit, and maybe people just pivot to Garrett Cole, just considering he's coming off an elite start and one Angels team that's not very good.
Except their top 2 hitters are white hot right now.
Yeah, except
Ohtani and Trout. But this could be an off day, right? We've been talking about it forever. When is the off day coming for one of them?
Right. So I guess, I don't know. I hope people pivot off DeGrom because I have no problem playing him all formats always. It really doesn't matter the matchup. I mean, the guy has had a sub, 2 ERA for 3 years now. So,
and I'm in agreement with you, by the way. I just wanted to sort of throw devil's advocate at you there.
I would, by the way, in no capacity is this John playing devil's advocate also suggesting to play Dodgers, that he's not that crazy.
No.
It's just more or less would you play DeGrom or not? Not would I play Dodgers against him?
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing multi-lineups, throw one Dodgers lineup out there just in case the miraculous happens,
Sure.
Anything is possible.
Maybe a share of them, right? Like one off here or there, but a full stack against Jacob DeGrom is
never a good idea.
No.
So yeah, I'm with you there. I think most people will play Cole, save the money off DeGrom because of just because of everything that's going on there. But I do like DeGrom. Kyle Wright's at $9,800 at home against Colorado, coming off a really strong start for him. Pulled after 73 pitches against the Pirates, despite 7 shutout innings. Frustrating to a lot. You look at his last 3 starts here: 77, 84, 73. A young pitcher, first real workload. Atlanta's got the future in mind, the playoffs. We might be getting this out of Kyle Wright for the final month of the season.
Yep, and I think this is a theme. It's going to be a theme. It has been a theme for a little bit now. Pitchers going on the IL without injuries. Wink, wink. Nestor Cortez.
Yeah.
Logan Gilbert pulled after 5 innings, under 80 pitches.
5 innings, 2 hits tonight. 76 pitches.
It's just going to be what it's going to be, right? Pitchers that haven't thrown this many innings, it's going to happen. So for me, I know he just did it, and it was a really good matchup and everything lined up. But now 3 straight starts where he hasn't gone over 84 pitches. If he gets in any bit of trouble against Colorado, I mean, your night could be over. He has fortunately been really good. Again, Logan Gilbert on his way to 40-plus fantasy points on FanDuel, probably close to 30 on DraftKings.
Oh, easy 30 on DraftKings the way he was going tonight.
And we're just out of luck because he has 1 tough inning. He had the 1 5th inning where he didn't give up a run, but bases were loaded. If that happens to Kyle Wright, it's 5 innings, 9,800, you're just not paying that salary off. Logan Gilbert, I keep saying Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, George Kirby.
George Kirby. I said Logan Gilbert 6 times in that sequence. George Kirby was 8,500. That's the difference. I will not be paying 98 for Kyle Wright. I know the matchup is good, but there's just uncertainty with the pitch count scares me.
Yeah, I agree with you. 9,300 for Sandoval. Patrick Sandoval is a guy that you're a big fan of. Do you like him, though, against the Yankees?
I don't necessarily like the price. Oh, as a video opens on my phone. Sorry, I was trying to close it and it opened. No.
Be a professional here, James.
That was tough. That was tough.
You're Gilbert. You're spotting dimes, calling raccoons.
Well, this is what happens when we're trying to record a podcast 2 hours ago. Yeah, I don't like the price. I know that the Yankees haven't been great, but Sandoval has also had a handful of good starts this year. I don't think the numbers look good.
Yeah.
but he hasn't pitched deep into games. He's constantly putting runners on base, like just double-digit walks in almost like every start this year.
Yeah, last 2 starts he's been fortunate with the free passes against Tampa Bay and Minnesota, but 4 walks against Minnesota, 4 walks against Seattle, a run of 2 there. So you're right, a lot of free passes, 5 unearned runs against Tampa Bay, also kind of maybe making his numbers look a little bit better than they could have there. So all in all, I agree with you. I don't want to pay. I know Wacha had a tough start the last time out, did go 6 innings still. He had been pitching well. Minnesota for him at 87. Joe Ryan, a guy that we did like the other day, came through 6 innings, 8 strikeouts there against San Francisco, 106 pitches. Boston's offense yo-yoing. Some nights they're good, some nights they're bad. Again, not really a spot that I love. You have Anderson against DeGrom at 83. We've been a big fan of Tyler Anderson this season. I don't know if you want to draw him against DeGrom there, though. So, there's not a ton of this mid-tier range that I love. I don't know if you feel any differently.
I mean, I like the pitchers in Boston, Minnesota. I think Wacha's been relatively good his last few starts, at least from a fantasy perspective. Even in that start against Tampa, he gets a win, he gives up 4 earned, but he has 6 strikeouts. The strikeouts have been pretty consistent lately. 4 or more in 4 of 5, 6 or more in 3 of 5. Minnesota's offense just doesn't look the same without Byron Buxton. And on the flip side, like you just said, it's been Red Sox offense is waffling all over the place, and Joe Ryan's generating a bunch of strikeouts. 3 straight games of really solid outings for Joe Ryan.
He faced him earlier this year, 6 innings and earned 7 strikeouts too. That was way back in, I think, April though. Different team. April 15th, second start of the year. So.
And then I guess it depends on if Lance Lynn does come off bereavement, which he's expected to. He's pitching well.
Yeah, lately a lot better. The last 10 still kind of sucks if you look at those numbers, but if you just kind of look into them a little bit here, some pretty decent outings. Kansas City was one of the teams that got to him when he was on the road. Faced him to start before at home, so shut him down. So I'm with you. I think Lynn's an interesting spot at 8K.
Yeah, I think, I've said it all year. I am a Lance Lynn fan, and this has been just a bad year for him, but I would say this is probably the best stretch of games he's had. Actually, probably it is the best stretch of pitching he's had. Allowing 2 earned or less in 3 straight starts, 6 or more strikeouts in 3 straight starts. Definitely the best 3-game stretch he's had, so get him while he's hot.
Yep. I like it, 8K there. Let's see, Marco Gonzalez against Detroit at 70. We played Bailey Falter the other day. He was okay. 20 fantasy points, $7,100.
The pitches, dude. Look at the pitches.
I know, but pitches have been tough. 3 straight starts at 6. And what do we talk about Arizona lately?
Dreadful.
Against left-handed pitching, they haven't been hitting them well. So
yeah, literally the worst team in August. Well, I guess they've been overthrown. They're 24th. That's also because they torched Carlos Rodon on Monday.
They did.
So the numbers have been...
They have his number. Remember earlier this year they got the Carlos Rodon. So I'd be willing to go back here.
I'm okay with it too. Obviously the pitch count annoys me because he got through that 6th inning and it's okay, he's at 71 pitches. This guy could go 3 more innings against Pittsburgh, and then they're like, nah, you're okay for the day.
Yeah. Definitely a little concerning, but he has been getting there. These 3 straight 6 innings there. And sure, easy matchup against Pittsburgh. He got through the Mets pretty well. And then, now we're talking about Arizona, one of the worst teams against Southpaw. So Bailey Falter, I think, is on my board. Any of these other guys under 7K, again, big slate. No. So
you tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't see anything.
No, there's nothing really here that I'm looking at.
Every single one of these guys has been shelled.
Bubic against the White Sox, get lefties versus the White Sox, not a great spot. We kind of flirted with the idea of Feltner the other day. It didn't come through against the Mets. Did pitch well, obviously, against San Francisco, but now you're running up against Atlanta.
You can, right? It's not the worst idea. It's also
Does Luke Farrell do it to us again?
He's 4.9.
Obviously.
Yeah, the Cubs pitcher. Apparently, Cubs starters are just going to shut down Toronto's offense, but obviously the Cubs bullpen has imploded, but their starters have just completely neutralized.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays this series.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, Luke Farrell sucks.
Okay, let's go to catcher. again, a lot of guys here that we like. You called the Salvi Perez home run on Tuesday, homer today, as we're recording here Tuesday evening. Real Muto against Henry in the lefties matchup there. Kirk against Toronto again. I think going against Farrell's, if you wanted to run that back, you certainly can. Okay. Cal Raleigh against lefties. That's where the power is. He homered tonight.
Yep.
So if you want to do that, Carson Kelly again. I like Bailey Falter, but Kelly against lefties has been a spot we've played a lot of. I keep going back to Darno at 3,500. It's fine by me.
Yep.
I'll keep running it. Haas against the lefties has been a matchup that we've been playing. I know that their numbers against lefties have really started to dive down again.
Yep.
So they weren't as good as they were about a month ago when we had that stack against Manaea pay off for us. But still historically has been good versus lefties. So I don't really think much of Marco Gonzalez here. Trevino against a lefty. He's your guy.
Yep. Trevino against lefty for sure.
31.
Stephen Vogt is apparently going to be popular.
11% tonight over in the $15 for Stephen Vogt. Hit cleanup for Oakland today. So could be the guy. And then, Reese McGuire, I played him. I think he had a hit and a run score tonight so far. Or at least he had a hit. I don't know if he ended up scoring or not. He was on second last I checked.
He's been good since going to Boston.
He has been good.
I know you tout him every night. You tout him every night because he just continues to be productive for the Red Sox.
He lubes out the bottom of that lineup. So, it's like... That's what it's for, Anyways, that said, that's the catcher spot here. First base. I mean, pick where you want to go. Do we? I know you've discussed the struggles of Rhys Hoskins. It's starting to come around though. Right?
Yeah, against lefties. He's just good against lefties.
Yeah, listen. What did I tell you? I told everybody on this podcast on Monday. Madison Bumgarner is a hot piece of trash. And the Phillies went out and tore him apart. So got a lefty here for Hoskins again. Same hitting environment, $5,300. I'm good. I like Vladdy at 59. Yep. I think he's fine. Those are probably the top two spend ups. We're not going to run Freeman against DeGrom. Not probably. I mean, Cole has been susceptible at times to the blow up spot, right? This could be one of those times where he blows up. I'm not going to pay $6,300, I don't think, for Ohtani. So Hoskins and Vladdy for me as your 5K over guys.
Yep. Yeah, those are the only two guys for me, too.
Below 5K. We got a range here. Quite a few hitters. Ty France homer tonight. We got Matt Olson gets Feltner. Christian Walker gets the lefty. He homered the other day. How are you? Abreu at 41 versus Bubic, I think is probably a strong option for us here.
Yeah, I think everyone you mentioned, and I'll just throw in Joey Meneses in there. Ooh.
They gave Vaughn first base eligibility back again. $3,700 for him against the lefty.
Yep, Vaughn as well. I wonder if that Oakland-Washington game is going to be popular again. Seth Brown, 3,200.
Yeah, Voit at 33.
Voit, 33. 15
Not
runs.
Vogt, by the way. We're talking about Voit.
Yeah, now Voit. Yeah, we were talking about Vogt. Now we're on Voit.
Yeah. Does Prado go deep against Lance Lynn? Homered twice tonight. 2K.
He may, apparently.
Lefty,
I don't hate it.
What's lefties versus Lynn? I mean, not counting tonight, obviously, his production with the 2 home runs. Look at his last 3 games going into tonight, right?
Yep.
3 straight games with a double. He had 7 RBIs coming into tonight's contest, tonight's contest over his last 3 games that he suited up for. 4 hits, 3 earned runs. I mean,
rub it in, John. Just rub it in.
The dude's heating up.
You know what, John?
What's lefties versus Lynn? What do we got?
So, I was going to mention. So, Nick Prado has BVP against Lance Lynn.
Okay.
I know it's a small sample.
Has to be a small sample size.
3 for 5 with a bomb.
Ooh.
Lefties against Lynn, 780 OPS, 338 WOBA, so pretty good.
How many homers has Lynn allowed this year? I'll get it. I'll get it quick. Lance Lynn, homers, 15 home runs and 14 starts. It's not a good ratio.
And I bet you 10 to lefties.
10 to lefties.
Over 2 home runs per 9 to left-handed batters. 11%. The K rate is 11% lower against left-handed batters. I wish, and this was my wish on Tuesday. I wish the Royals had more potent righties, right? Because Lucas Giolito struggles so bad with right-handed hitters. Now I wish the Royals had more left-handed.
I mean, we said we'd be okay with the 2-man stack of Witt and Salvi. Right, Salvi homered would have paid that off.
Salvi has 3 hits, 3 RBI. Witt is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored.
It's Prado though. You had the 2K
but
Prado.
You had the
2K Prado. I mean, the man's been 2K for his whole career, and they haven't touched it.
I don't hate it.
Do we lock him in? Do we lock in Nick Prado?
Could. Yeah, let's lock him in.
Do we lock
Let's
him?
lock him in.
Lock
Yeah,
him in.
because we're paying, because there's a chance that we're going to come back to DeGrom Cole.
There's a definite
At least maybe
chance.
we toy. Maybe we toy with a DeGrom Cole here. And if you are, Prado at 2K is the way that
DeGrom
you
with
do
Cole and Prado give you $3,600 a position player. Spend down on catcher. You throw Reese McGuire in there, you got 3,800 a player. That's if we're going to go there. For now, we're just locking in Nick Prado.
Yep, let's just lock in Prado.
And we'll go into second base here.
Yep.
Second base, Story at 48, Rojas, Marte against lefties there. I don't really love a lot of those guys. Segura at 43, maybe mildly interesting again with the lefty-righty matchup for him. Are we spending down? This might be a spend-down spot. We have Atlanta Where's Grissom? 33K. Beautiful. Locked him in.
That's the most expensive he's been all year.
I'll play him. I have no problems putting him in there. Second base, but obviously there's
not.
Yeah, Kiki Hernandez.
You're about to try to find something. It just doesn't exist.
Christian Arroyo at 25 if he plays. Kiki Hernandez had an RBI single tonight. Reg Nifo keeps homering. If
he does keep homering. Oh, it's driving me crazy.
If you just go against, the Garrett Cole there, there could be some power. I do like Segura, like I mentioned, at 43.
Yep.
Again, Story is a one-off, maybe, but not really. I think the Grissom's a spend down at second base.
I think Grissom's play. Lock it in.
Third base, we have Devers at 59. We got Austin Riley at 56. Yanio Suarez at 53. Matt Chapman at 51. Bobby Witt's at 5K.
I don't think I can get to Devers at 59. We said it on Tuesday as well. Just doesn't feel good.
Right.
Riley, I think in Atlanta stacks. I think a lot of people are going to be recency biased out on Atlanta. I know Riley's been actually pretty decent, but just 2 runs against Jose Urena is going to be leaving a lot of sour taste in people's mouth. Yeah. So I think, running it back to Riley, I think he's been good. He's been good tonight, but Atlanta as a whole hasn't. Suarez, I think, is interesting for tournaments.
Yeah. 1100 OPS. Last 10 games, 5 homers for him. So
it's just always been super streaky. And then I think Bobby Witt I know righties have struggled more against Lance Lynn, but we've kind of mentioned all year, righties have also been what Bobby Witt hits.
Right.
So I can see myself getting to Bobby Witt.
Under 5K, Bohm's at 47. If you played him the other night, he worked out for you there. Price bump for him. How's Henry been pitching? He hasn't been very good, right?
He's been okay.
Has he been okay?
Yeah, he 1 earned run in each of his last 2.
He's been better. We stacked against him during some of his earlier starts, but definitely a lot better lately. You can go there if you want to go there at 47. That's fine.
Yeah, Bowman is raking against lefties this year, so no problem at all going there.
Yeah, Donaldson at 46 against Sandoval. Any interest?
That's expensive, man. He's been teetering around 4K.
Yeah.
46 is a little too pricey for me.
Yeah, it's up there. Morale homered against Gossman tonight. I don't know if you want to run him against White. White's been bad. So
you can. Yeah, White's been bad. You can. Cubs a little sneaky, maybe.
Could be. Value? Any of these value guys popping up for you? Is John Villar in Seattle now? No, minor league deal. I was like, when did that happen?
Emmanuel Rivera has hit lefties well. If you want to go back to the well with the Diamondbacks.
Candle, dude, starting to get hot.
And he gets a lefty, too?
And he is a lefty. Homers on the 28th and the 27th. I don't know what he's up to tonight. Obviously, Seattle is shutting them down. So I can't imagine too much going on for him there. But hits in 4 straight coming into tonight.
He is 0 for 3 on the night so far.
Yeah. Again, I think if we looked at his lefty splits, they're not going to be great. And we've also talked about Marco at times being a reverse splits guy. Do they have any BVP? He must.
Let us look. Mariners. Hilario 1 for 5.
1 for 5. So isn't it great?
Marco's actually kind of even. Lefty power has been better against him, but righty average 280.
Okay.
So
like I said, if you want again kind of punt down Candelario at 2200, certainly right now the 2 guys we have locked in, and if we lean a spend down at Candelario, will help us further get the DeGrom Cole stack that we're looking at here. Shortstop. Trey Turner, Francisco Lindor at the top, Bichette, Swanson, Xander up over 5K.
I don't know about any of these guys.
I don't want to play any of them. I don't want to play any of them.
I would say you can make the case for Bichette, who's been better in fantasy lately, because
55 though.
I know, that's the thing. It's 5,500. There's been stolen bases. There's been extra base hits lately, but still just not enough. So.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Probably a no for me.
For
dog.
a 9-game slate, these middle infield positions are pretty gross.
Shortstop is, oh my god,
It's abysmal.
just going down. I mean, I think even like we could bank on like early season Javi Baez against a lefty, and I suspect that's popular here, John. 3,900.
Yeah.
But like he's been horrible. Let's see what
Cabrera's splits better versus lefties already, so we may just have to go back to him.
Oswaldo, remember he was 4 for 8 against lefties, and then he had a couple hits last night too.
Yeah, he had a hit last night.
Yeah, 8 hits.
He had the pimp job fly out at the end.
Yeah, the pimp job fly out. Yeah, but I mean, Javi Baez still hitting against left-handed pitchers. John, 314. So $3,900.
Any BVP there to bring you all the way back to the Marco Gonzalez?
BVP 2 for 5 with a home run.
I don't hate it. Given the alternative there.
I mean, there's just nothing.
Would you play Nico Horner? I guess. Like you said, Cubs, like 4,200.
Maybe you know who could be the play. I take it back. I was about to go C.J. Abrams on us, but he's been terrible. He's 2K. Caprillion has been bad though. Caprillion coming off that shellacking against the Yankees.
Yeah, depending on where Abrams hits, I guess I could have some interest there.
I'm just trying to fish us out some options, and
if Luis Garcia's in the lineup, $3,800 for him. He's been hitting the ball.
Yeah, I mean it's the same spot, right? He's actually been better. He just came off the IL though, hits in both games and a stolen base. Okay, yeah, I could buy into some Garcia.
I might just go Baez for the home run upside.
Okay.
Put him in.
I think Javi is probably the play.
Right, we'll throw him outfield. You get Judge versus the lefty. We're not going to play Betts versus DeGrom. Ohtani versus Cole only in stacks. Julio Rodriguez against Alexander, the lefty.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Slumping a bit lately, but he does hit lefties here. He had been hitting lefties pretty well.
Yeah, 280, 352 WOBA, pretty good.
Yep. Springer at 58 just stays hot. Marte homered tonight, but Anderson's a tough spot for him there. Schwarber homered off Mad Bum, so lefty didn't matter. 6% rostered was Kyle Schwarber that night.
Dude, he is literally... I look at him on nights where I'm like, there's no way I would play him. Knowing.
Yeah.
Like, every time I'm like, I'm not going to play him, but I know what's going to happen.
It's why it's where the multi-lineupers get the advantage over you and I when we play our single entries, because they get the exposure to Schwarber when they're doing their Mad Bum stacks.
Yep.
You know? And we didn't. So that was our problem. Yep. Let's see. So again, recap there. I like Springer and Rodriguez, I think, the most.
I'd probably go J-Rod too. It's very hard to leave Aaron Judge out of.
Yeah, no, Judge for sure.
50,
J-Rod at 62. Oh man, it's so tough though. It's such a lot of money.
I know. Well, so you can't get any of these guys if you're playing DeGrom, Cole.
At least not the way we get a lot of value so far in our core lineup. You know, we're probably spending down a catcher, so we may be able to fit one.
You're basically deciding between double spend up a pitcher or one spend up a pitcher and one like 6K outfielder or position player. Or whatever.
If we were to, again, just sort of throw it quickly together, if we went DeGrom, Cole, McGuire, Prado, Grissom, Baez, that leaves third base and 3 outfield positions. It's $4,100 a player. If you wanted J-Rod in there, it's $3,400 a player. We would consider Candelario, give you a mini stack with Baez. It's $4K a player for the final 2 outfield positions.
So it's doable.
It's doable. If we were to go the J-Rod route with the mini stack, Detroit, then the one-offs, McGuire, Prado, Grissom, and that's with Cole and DeGrom. So,
yeah. So it's doable.
Do we want to go that route, or should we continue to investigate the rest of this?
Let's look at the rest of the outfield position, and then we'll decide. Because I think there's going to be some good options. Like Michael Harris hit second tonight.
I mean, there's going to be some value outfielders, I'm sure, that we'll run across as well. Sure. So I'm with you, though. If we're going to go under that sort of 5K grouping, like you mentioned, you mentioned Harris hit second. He's $4,400. That's a good spot. Tommy Pham just keeps hitting.
Yep.
Leadoff hitter, $4,700 there. Teoscar homered tonight at 5K. Could certainly find yourself pulling that up. I know you've been a big Ian Happ guy at $4,400. Some power certainly in that spot. We talked lefties. MJ Melendez is a lefty bat. Got a little pop. He's struggling a lot lately, but again, has some power from the left side of the plate there for sure. Could be someone that fits into that there. White Sox guys, Jimenez, it's $3,900.
Here we go with the White Sox, John.
Yeah, I know. Luis Roberts still isn't in the lineup, but if he finds his way into a lineup, he's 52. Where's Pollock hit leadoff the other day?
Yeah, he's been hitting
$3,300.
Yeah, he'll hit lead off against the lefty too.
3,300. Not hitting well overall this year, but
good against. I still think the numbers are fairly decent against lefties. Let's pull them. AJ Pollock against lefties this year, 281, 389 WOBA.
Yeah, Vaughn is an outfield eligible player at 37. Verdugo is still $3,700. We're big fans of that. Let's see. We mentioned Seth Brown already. Franville had a decent day the other day. He's still 3K.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine going through Franville. Our boy Jake McCarthy just keeps on drawing lefties, which has been frustrating. But I'm still okay playing him at $2,900. Like he's still, even going 0 for 4 yesterday, he still had 6 fantasy points. He had a run scored, an RBI. So yeah, I don't even know how he got on base. Did he get hit by a pitch? He must have been hit by a pitch.
I don't know. But he hit second. When there's a righty, he's hitting second on Tuesday.
Well, he's facing a lefty, so.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, our boy he's just out there. When he's not facing a lefty, he's just out there.
Yeah.
I guess I can't play McCarthy yet. I think someone we could play our Royal stacks, Drew Waters, left. He's a switch hitter, 2,500, 3 RBIs, 6 games coming off multi-hit game. His last time out, 2 walks. He reached base 4 times, hits in 3 of 4. I guess that could be a piece of a Royal stack.
It could be a piece. Nothing I want to dive
Could be a piece.
Would you go back to Lane Thomas at 24?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, Caprillion is bad. Like, he did have that good stretch of, like, pitching.
Yeah.
But there was never, like, strikeouts there, right? There was never, like,
Verling's at 2,200 versus lefty.
That's a good value.
I'm telling you, dude, there's enough to go Cole and spend. We had 4K an outfielder. And if we take one of these 2K outfielders as the other 4K outfielder, that's another 5K.
Oh, we're going to get, like, Springer. How about Lane Thomas? Lane Thomas has been really good lately. Okay. And he homered tonight.
Yep, I'm with you there. So we'll throw Lane Thomas in. Give me your home run call before we build this lineup.
Who do you got? You go first.
I am going to go with... Put me on the spot. Let's go George.
I'm going to go with Javi Baez.
I'm going to go with Javi Baez. Okay. Javi Baez is in there. We like Rodriguez. I'm assuming we're okay with Reese McGuire as the punt catcher, or do you want to go like d'Arnaud? Do you want to go Trevino at 31?
Nah, Reese McGuire's fine. Listen, anything you like, he's providing anything you need at the price point that he is. So
we have $5,600 in outfielder, so we're just short of Springer. We get Stanton, could get Lewis Robert if he's in the lineup. You could go Teoscar at 5K.
Yeah, Teoscar could be a good one.
Well, how about this? We can get Springer if we go Verling over Lane Thomas. Would you rather keep Lane Thomas?
How about this?
Would you move off of
J-Rod to Springer, and then we can build a little Blue Jays, like Springer Teoscar stack?
Could. Gives us 6K an outfielder, so we could, we'll have 1,000 left over. We can move up from McGuire.
We have Prado.
Trevino's there.
Who's our third baseman currently?
Candelario.
And what is he? He's 22. Can't really move up there. What can we do at catcher?
So we had Reese. We go up to 34. We're just short of d'Arnaud. Unless we don't do... Is there 48 under, guys?
Unless we, went down...
We could do Harris at 44 and go up to d'Arnaud.
I don't hate Harris. Just came through, stole a base, scored a run. Or no, stole a base. Got a base hit, stole a base tonight.
So we 4K catcher, so that'll give us $500 extra. Let's see. And we go back to J-Rod if we wanted to.
Yeah, let's go back to J-Rod.
Right, so as the lineup is currently constituted, we got DeGrom and Garrett Cole. We have Travis d'Arnaud at catcher, Nick Prado at first, Vaughn Grissom at second, John Mercario at third, Javier Baez at short, Lane Thomas in the outfield, Julio Rodriguez in the outfield, and Michael Harris in the outfield with $100 left over. And that gives us a 2-man play, or actually a 3-man play, even though they're not going to really be next to one another in the lineup, with d'Arnaud, Grissom, and Harris. Could be a little wraparound stack there with Grissom and Harris if they continue to bat in the way they did tonight. And then maybe even d'Arnaud and Harris could connect, given sort of d'Arnaud hitting in the middle of that lineup. So there's the 3 Braves against Colorado. We got a 2-man stack with Candelario and Baez for Detroit. And we got one-off plays of Prado, Lane Thomas, and Julio Rodriguez there. so we can spend all the way up for DeGrom and Garrett Cole and hope that doesn't blow up in our face. So that is the lineup that we're building for Wednesday's main. Final thoughts here. If you are still wondering what you should be doing for your NFL fantasy football season, you got to go to fantasylineup.com/all-pro. The link is in the description. Right now, you save 50% off the entire NFL season package there using code NFL50. But All-Pro isn't just the NFL. You get access to all of our MLB DFS content, all of our NFL DFS content, all of our MLB, NBA DFS content, all of our NHL DFS content, MMA, NASCAR, PGA, esports. Any bit of DFS that we cover is covered in this package, which you can save 50% off for the first 6 months. It's fantasylineup.com/all-pro. Use promo code NFL50. It's like $20 a month for the first 6 months. You get access to everything up through the entire NFL and college football season. We have a great college football team there with Dan Servideo and Pete Cole leading the way. And you also get access to our premium Discord where we're in there answering your lineup questions up until roster lock for all sports, including NFL Sundays. Myself and Andrew Cooper will be on the live stream and we'll be answering your start sit questions Sundays leading into roster lock, helping you make those tough seasonal and DFS decisions. Got to get it now. This is a limited time offer. I don't know when it's going to end. If I have to imagine, probably week 1 of the NFL season is when this deal may end. So get in there now. NFL50, fantasylineup.com/all-pro, promo code NFL50. No better time to join the family. We had a millionaire winner in week 3 last season. Took down the FanDuel $5 $1 million contest. Yeah, we kind of know what we're doing over here, James.
I would say so. And, just plus all the other countless winners we had all football season and we've had this year in baseball and basketball and really everything. NASCAR Writer of the Year. Let's not forget, three time. Just like LeBron said, back to back. Well, I guess there was a 1-year gap, but they felt bad for the competition. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of greatness going on around here, John.
Yep. So you got to get in, take part of it all. Come join the family. We'll help you guys dominate this DFS season. But for now, James and I will catch you guys later.